I have early access to Ultron, the brand new strategist for Season 2.5, the mid-season patch, which launches for everyone on Friday, May 30th at around 4 a.m. Eastern Time or about 8 a.m. UTC. But for now, here's what I've been able to figure out with some numbers to help you get started. Ultron's primary fire is called Encephalo Ray, which reminds me a lot of the charge rifle from Apex Legends. This is a hit scan weapon that deals 72.5 damage over 0.7 seconds roughly, as long as your crosshairs are over an enemy, followed by a 75 damage burst. Now, this burst is what consumes your ammo, as you have 6 of these before you have to reload. There's that little recovery period of 1 second before you can fire again. The fall-off damage begins at about 20 meters and it caps out at about 30 meters, and it looks like it deals 80% of the normal amount of damage at this range. Now, in terms of its overall range, there is no limit, meaning you can shoot anybody across the map like a sniper for some pretty reasonable damage if you can land everything and make sure it connects, because it's still 80% of its normal damage. That's still pretty high. However, being in the strategist role, a big downside is that you cannot shoot your teammates to heal them at all. This is purely an offensive weapon. Ultron's first ability is called Dynamic Flight, which allows Ultron to dash in the direction he's moving in, so you can dodge an enemy ability, for example, and then you're going to be at a higher base movement speed for about 8 seconds. This ability will go on an 8-second cooldown after it expires. Ultron's next ability is called Imperative Patch. This attaches a drone onto an ally that constantly heals them and anybody nearby. This heals the person it's on for 50 HP per second, and it has a radius of 7.5 meters for any nearby allies, and if they're in it, they will receive 35 healing per second. That UI indicator just kind of tells you the number of teammates that are currently being healed, and if you walk in it as Ultron, you can heal yourself as well. Now, if you break line of sight of your teammate that has the imperative patch, there will be a 5-second window, or like a forgiveness window, before the drone detaches itself. But anytime you re-peek your ally, it refreshes that 5-second window. It also looks like the line of sight of this imperative patch is determined by the center mass of Ultron, not by the eye level of the character, which can feel a little unintuitive because clearly in this example I can, see the bot here or my teammate, and even if it lets me put the drone on them, I'm not technically in line of sight. The game considers me out of line of sight on this specific angle. Now, one of the biggest strengths of this drone is that it cannot be destroyed by the enemy, and you can constantly shuffle it around your teammates with the short 0.5 second delay to kind of let that animation play out. Next ability is called Imperative Firewall. This ability summons drones to grant 75 bonus health centered around Ultron himself, while all nearby allies will gain 55 bonus health within an 8-meter range. Additionally, any teammate that has the drone or the imperative patch will also receive 55 bonus health, and any nearby allies near that patch will also receive 55 bonus health. You can't stack these, so if Ultron presses the ability while near the drone and all the nearby allies, it'll only get that 55 HP one time. This ability is on a 10-second cooldown. Alright, for Ultron's ultimate, it is called Rage of Ultron. This fires 5 bursts of 5 Encephalo rays with a brief pause in between each, and they either heal or deal damage depending on who it hits. So it looks like it heals 125 HP per ray, and it fires in bursts of 5, so it's 625 HP for each 5-round burst, so the total healing, if everything connects, will be 3,125 healing. For its damage portion, it deals 30 damage per ray, so each burst of 5 is 150, and the total damage if everything connects for the entire ultimate will be 750 damage. Ultron is a team-up that I so wish was in his base kit, but it is what it is. This team-up is with Iron Man, which is called the Stark Protocol. This gives Ultron an ability called Nano Ray, which enhances his Encephalo Ray, his primary fire, for 8 seconds. This ray now pierces all targets and does both healing and damage, similar to Moira's ultimate in Overwatch. The healing portion is 170 HP per second. I tested by healing about 680 HP over 4 seconds. And the damage portion deals 70 damage per second, tested by dealing 350 damage over 5 seconds. This ability is on a 30-second cooldown the moment of activation, so after the 8-second duration and it finishes, it's realistically on like a 22-second cooldown. And that is it for now. Ultron's kit is very simple, but not my favorite. I do think he's pretty weak as well. There's arguments for and against this, but I'm also on the page of I think he needs a little bit of tuning up. His offensive power just isn't very lethal, and his healing a little questionable at best.